Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to use a green screen to add yourself into a different scene. The first thing I'm going to do is get some videos from our class project. And I'm just going to start with this photo background that I found online. And I need that to be my video one. Everything else is going to come on top of that. So I'm going to drag that down into my timeline. And I'm also going to lengthen it. That's going to be the entire length of my video. This is going to be a pretty short project. So I'm actually going to zoom in on it a little bit. Now, my green screen clips are going to come on top of this. And at first, they're going to completely block out bench. So if I start with this scene sitting on the bench, you see that nothing else is visible except for the green screen shot. But when we add the green screen effect, it's going to take anything that's green and remove it from the scene. So to get there, you're going to go down to Effects, and then if it doesn't show up right away, you can just search with the search box. And as soon as you start typing in green, it should come up. Now you need to drag this onto your video clip. So I'm going to put it on this video, and right away, you see we're now sitting at the park. We have some adjustments to do. He's not quite on the bench, and there's some black screen around there that we're going to clean up. So to do that, we're going to use the Applied Effects, and it's all under Motion. So with Motion, you can scale and resize your video. So this scene, I actually want to start with the bench, and click on Motion, again under Applied Effects, and I want to get rid of this black background. So I'm going to scale it up a little bit, and even down a little bit more to cut off this edge of the sidewalk. You're right about there. And that, you can see that's getting a little closer, but we still need to adjust where Marco is sitting. So that's over here on video 2. And again, I'm going to go to Motion, and I can scale this as well. And now I'm scaling Marco, and I can actually move it just by clicking and dragging it around the scene. And I want him to be sitting over there on the bench. We'll try something like that. Alright, so now we've got Marco sitting on the bench. Now, the fun thing with the green screen is we can actually bring him in again. And if I go back up here, then I'm going to bring in this video of him walking in again. Now this one, I want to actually layer on top of the other one. So he's there, and then another Marco comes walking into the scene. So this is now up on the row for video 3. And now as we watch the scene, Marco's sitting on the bench, and right over. Okay, so that didn't work because I still need to add the green screen effect to these other clips. So again, I go to Effects and grab green screen and drag it onto these clips. You can see that it removes the green, and we can now see the park bench picture behind. One more time. And now as you drag through this scene, you should see the other Marco come walking in. Now we didn't quite time it right, and I need more footage of Marco just sitting on the bench. So for now, we're going to go ahead and just take this clip over here, copy it, and paste it. Just give us a little bit more time. I'm going to put this one first. This one is the one where he actually nods to himself. And now he's sitting there, and as he comes walking in, he kind of gives him a little nod. A couple problems with this. You can see I resized these ones, but now over here on this new clip, he's back to a smaller size. So I'd want to make sure I pay attention to the scale. Right now I'm at 112.5%. So over on this video, I would need to scale him with the motion tool the same amount. Now I could actually type it in, 112.5, make sure he's the same exact scale. And then I'd even want to pay attention to the position and try to make sure that there's no glitch. If I just try to estimate it here, my eyes, it's very unlikely that he's in exactly the same place from one to the other. So if I come back to these ones, I see he's at 318.4, 187.9. I want to reset this, those same numbers, 318.4 and 187.9. Now hopefully as we go from one scene to another, it doesn't move at all. So he's sitting on the bench, and now in comes the other Marco. And this is looking pretty good, except as he comes in and sits down, he's sitting down on his lap. So again, we would want to adjust the position of this new clip. So this 7784, we're going to go to the motion, and we can change the position. And we can actually just drag it over so that he's not sitting on his lap. And we probably want to scale it to about the same size, so 112.5, so that he's the same size as in the other one. And if we go forward a little bit more to where he's sitting down, we can kind of position him on the bench, so that now if we back it up and play it, he's going to come walking in. And right as he comes walking in, he kind of looks at himself and sits down. And again, we would need a little bit more time with this other clip. You want to make sure you record plenty of footage. We can always easier to edit footage down and trim it than it is to make more of it. But that's kind of the basics of green screen. It's a pretty simple process. You're going to use the effect green screen. You can just search for that by typing it in. Your video 1 is just whatever your background is going to be. And then any footage on top of that, you can just layer in video 2 and video 3. And once you apply that green screen effect, it's going to remove all the green. And you can do some pretty cool stuff with this. So this is just kind of a basic video, and we'll look at some more examples in some of the other tutorials.